Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, boys, after receiving the false copyright strikes regarding my video where I ranted and criticized a bad webtoon, the person who sent me the false strikes has spoken to me via email, and these emails are very interesting, and I thought I would talk about them right here. She doesn't seem to have anything important to say aside from desperately trying to guilt trip me. Let's read the emails now. Guys, if I sound tired, it's because it's it's pushing 1 a.m. right now. It's 10 minutes to 1. So, yeah, if I sound gravelly, you're gonna have to deal with it right now. I'm not gonna say I was losing sleep over this, but okay, I was. This is my first time getting into a real, YouTube fight thing. Leave me alone. The person's name is Yumika Chaus, and I don't know what the that username is. It's the username she runs by, but on other websites she just goes by YumiCH. She's pretty much invisible everywhere. She has accounts on all types of stuff, but the only thing that she's generally active on is her Fur Affinity page. For everybody that doesn't know what furaffinity.net is, good. She has a YouTube, but it's beyond dead. Anyway, I'm gonna start off with my message where I very simply reach out to her and ask what the dealio is. I specifically say in my first email, "Hello, Miss Yumika. You appear to have weaponized the copyright system to wrongfully take down my videos discussing your work. Regardless of whether you approve of my opinions on your work or not, my reactions and responses to your work on Webtoon is a legitimate act of fair use by YouTube's copyright standards, and you filing a copyright dispute without a reason is a very bad action that can get you into serious trouble. I'd strongly suggest you retract your false flagging, and I'd also heavily suggest that you not spread misinformation that I was organizing an attack, quote unquote, and harassing you, quote unquote. I criticized your work, that is all that happened." And lo and behold, a few hours later, I do get a response. A very spiteful, butthurt, and misled response. We're gonna analyze the hell out of this entire email, so here we go! Oh, and this person is an asshole, and I have absolutely no respect for her, so we're gonna be as insulting as possible here, so yeah. Is that all that happened? Are you sure? Have you seen your video? Let's first understand what criticism is and what insults are. You don't have to go far. Let's go to Wikipedia. Criticism is the construction and judgment of a positive and negative qualities of someone, okay, blah blah blah. An insult is an expression or statement or sometimes behavior which is disrespectful or scornful. Insults may be intentional or accidental. Now let's take a look at your video. And throughout the following of this message, she basically goes on to quote random parts of my video where I just straight up insulted the way the characters look, the bad writing, and everything. And she goes on and on and on like it fucking matters. And by the way, it doesn't. She goes to super specific timestamps in my video where she points out where I'm not criticizing and just straight up insulting. She's looking at specific moments where I make fun of the way shit was written and keeps saying over and over, "Yeah, was this moment criticism? Was this moment criticism? How about this? Was this?" And guess what? Guess what? Yes, I was just straight up insulting your work multiple times. And you want to know something? I can insult your dumpy ass webtoon all I fucking want. You want to know why? 2 reasons. Because first of all, regardless of if I peppered in some insults to your piece of shit comic, looking like a fucking basic bitch 2003 DeviantArt level fucking MS Paint ass fucking comic, I still criticized many of the poor aspects of your work. And second of all, and absolutely most important thing to point out right now, let's say it's true. Let's say it's absolutely true that my video was just me talking shit about your garbage ass comic. Let's say that's absolutely true and the whole time it was just talking shit and making fun of it and etc. Guess what? I'm still free to do that without you copyright striking me. You are not within grounds to copyright strike me, whether it's insulting or criticizing. Because my video still falls under the terms of fair fucking use, regardless of if I'm just making fun of it or not. As long as the video I created is using your media in a transformative work, which I am, then I am free to do that. I have free reign to use your work. I have free reign to use your garbage comic in my video. Period. You know that. That's why in the rest of your stupid ass, sorry ass email, you pathetically cling on to emotional appeals and desperately try to guilt trip me and victimize yourself. So let's read the rest of your dumbass message. Should I continue? This is only half the video, and I went through it all. Saved every one of your offensive and sexist statement. Now for the video where you ridicule the words of Shayas. Okay, here's the part where she tries to guilt trip me. Shayas is the character of my collaborator, Eris, who has been suffering from severe depression for 5 years because she was in an abusive relationship. And through her character, she expressed her thoughts in pain. But then some black-like Jack came and ridiculed her feelings to a wide audience, and it's just, well, this is criticism. Made fun of a separate video. Do you think this is funny? I have been supporting my friend for 5 years, trying to make her smile and not think about suicide. But for some reason, people like you think that they should ridicule this to their audience. You accuse us of romanticizing abuse, while you yourself make fun of a person's depression. Is it after that we are bad, or is this again an excuse? Well, this is criticism. Okay, wow, there's a lot to unpack there. Okay, right, okay, so, first the fuck of all. Yes, you are romanticizing abuse. There's no fucking talking around that. And I'm not making fun of a person's depression. I'm making fun of their garbage, shit, trash, anal butter, fucking writing abilities. I don't give a fuck what it was meant to express. If you seriously think I'm gonna sit here and change my fucking tune because you're trying to make me feel guilty over your stupid ass friend, you're a fucking moron. Don't get me wrong, I'm sorry that your friend is going through those issues, and I'm sorry that your friend suffers from severe depression, but at the end of the fucking day, that don't change shit. I have every fucking right to say whatever the fuck I want about your dumpy ass comic. Whether it's criticism or straight up insulting. It doesn't matter who gets super sad and depressed over it. That ain't how this fucking works. And if you seriously think I'm gonna instantly change my tune on the situation just because it's connected to your fucking friend who's gone through hard times, then you're a piece of shit. You are a piece of shit. Because not only are you weaponizing YouTube's copyright system to fuck me over, you're also weaponizing your friend's personal issues in a desperate attempt to make me feel bad about making fun of a random ass webtoon that I stumbled into online. Fuck you. Genuinely, actually, fuck you. I'm sorry, I need a second after that. Give me a second. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever been that publicly angry on my YouTube channel before. Like, actually, I do not. Okay, let's continue reading her bullshit. Now, about copyright. Yesterday, I contacted my... I'm trying not to laugh too hard because I don't want to wake up my roommates. Okay, so, you contacted your lawyer. Yeah, bro, you totally have a lawyer. Totally. That right, guys? She definitely has a lawyer. She's definitely not lying, guys. You know all those artists that can afford fucking lawyers? Yeah, totally. You definitely can afford a lawyer. And he explained to me very well and clearly about copyright, and intellectual property and the license of our comic, which apparently you did not read at all. In the morning, I will collect this evidence, again discuss everything with a lawyer, and go to write a statement to the court. Why? Because after your appeal, YouTube requires it. If you want to go to trial, it will. Yeah, you're totally gonna take me to trial. Now let's see what really happened. Apparently, based off of her narrative, this is what she's going to put on her papers or some bullshit. You posted a 27-minute offensive video in which 27 minutes insulted me. This fucking English. My co-author, our comic, and our audience. at the same time without imagining how hard and hard my friend works on her content, so that at one moment a person comes to just insult her for everything that he can find in the comic. A man, wait, what is this? A man who wasn't as successful at this, who decided we needed his criticism? Is this sentence implying I'm jealous? If she thinks I'm jealous, then she is actually fucking stoned. But anyway, trust me, we've met people who don't like the plot, the characters, and so on. We are ready for this, and do not perceive them. You do not perceive them? Then that means that my video is pretty necessary, if you're actually actively insisting on not perceiving them. But anyway, we work for people who like our work. But we were definitely not ready for the fact that a person would come and make his content based on insulting ours. No. Okay, guys, you see this shit? Her entire narrative and excuse to misusing the report system and committing perjury is solely based off of emotional appeals. It's embarrassing. By the way, do you know what happened after your video? Your subscribers came, started insulting us in the comments. Our comic. We lowered our rating. We lowered our rating? What? Oh my god, guys, I'm not gonna be able to properly translate all of this. After your last video, where you showed my email, threats and insults began to come to my mail that I offended you. I will also print them out and go to court with them. Why do you need to do that? Do you think that's gonna fucking save you in court? That ain't gonna do shit for you. Would a bunch of random ass people that I have no control over, I don't know how that's gonna reinforce your argument in court, but okay. Anyway, not that you're going to court to begin with, but, you know, hypothetically speaking here. Anyway, do you still think your video is worth it? See, look, she's like saying like, look at all this information I have. You better keep your mouth shut. You better keep the video down. Look, like I'm trying to say, let's say she's totally telling the truth. Like obviously she's just bluffing, right? Obviously she's full of shit with the whole lawyer thing. Obviously she is not gonna do any fucking litigious stuff, okay? She's not gonna get litigious. But hypothetically, let's say that she's totally telling the truth. Let's say that she totally has a lawyer on standby. What the fuck is she gonna say in the courtroom? Oh yeah, there's this video that falls under fair use on YouTube, so I basically have no legal grounds to take the channel down at all. But he said mean things about me, and my friend has depression, and now my webtoon is a slightly lower rating now. No! Even if she was not obviously bluffing, she literally has no legal grounds to stand on. Alright, continuing. If you want everything to be resolved peacefully, apologize to me personally now, and apologize on YouTube to my co-author. You cannot even video corny record? Oh my god. I think she's trying to say you cannot. You know what, I don't care. Withdraw the appeal. I, in turn, will withdraw complaints about your content. After that, you will delete them and you will never touch us or our comic again. See? You see this shit? This is what the fuck I'm talking about. This is what this fucking cunt wants. She just wants to keep me quiet. She just wants to silence anyone that dares to speak negatively of her precious, precious work, guys. She doesn't fucking care about her friend who supposedly has depression or any bullshit like that. She's just a stupid fucking bitch who just wants to silence her detractors permanently and sugarcoat it with emotional appeals. Only then will it end peacefully. Otherwise, I am determined to move on and not give you a dissent for your behavior. Trust me, you won't be protected by fair use, quote unquote, due to your ignorance of the laws. By the way, the laws of my country, including, since you will be sued here, fair use does not play into your hands. You do not fall into the nuances that it takes into account. And that's the end of the email. So, yeah, let me go ahead and respond to that quickly. Yeah, here's the deal. Yes, actually, fair use does fucking apply, regardless of where you sue. You see, the copyright suit may go off in your country, where yes, Ukrainian fair use literally does not exist because you live in a fucking third world country. But the suit is going across to YouTube, where fair use is the name of the fucking game. So yeah, like, I'm trying to find out, does this moron seriously think she's the first person to try this shit? But again, I'm explaining this shit out for no reason, because this idiot liar cannot afford a fucking lawyer. If she had one, she would know she's in the wrong right now, because that lawyer would have told her that she is committing perjury as we speak. There were some more back and forths between me and her, but it was just her slinging insults like an actual child. I want to end the video by saying this. Yumika Chow, whatever the fuck your stupid ass name is, I want to make something extremely clear with you. Extremely clear. You will never, ever get a fucking apology from me. I will never apologize because I have every right to make videos, to react to content about whatever the fuck I want that I do and don't like. I have every right to make jokes about your shit work, regardless of if it's criticism or not. The world does not owe you an apology. That's all, boys. And since this video is pretty long, I might as well do the Patreon roll call. Boys, I hate to seem like a fucking beggar right now, but these copyright strikes have legit stifled my financial gain on YouTube by a relatively decent sum. So I'm gonna remind you guys that every cent counts. Alright, my $10 supporters are Duke Dragon Hearthfire the 10th, LMations, Procrastinator Dave, Stormy Knight, and Syndrin7. And let's not forget our $5 supporters, Ayon, Dragonlight Z, Travis, Wes Franklin, and Zephyr Zodiac. You want to be on Patreon as well? You know where to find me. Thanks for watching, boys.